In 4 turbulent months of protest, killings, bombings, and conflicts that have displaced nearly 250,000 people, the flashbobs of Yangon are only for the brave. The Myanmar military has dug in. The coup leader Min Aung Hlaing, his junta, their commanders and their crony companies have a stranglehold on power. And the generals have a handy treasure trove to plunder. Myanmar's Wild West is in the north, in Kachin state, a lawless town called Pakant, the richest jade mine in the world. Here, 400,000 artisanal miners pick through the tailings of open-pit mines for nuggets of jade, the finest of which are as valuable as diamonds. The mines are controlled by the Tatmadaw, the army, and the military conglomerates. But other armed ethnic insurgent groups they're at war with also have fingers in the pie. Mining, taxing, smuggling. The profits fuel the conflict, funding the purchase of weapons by rebel armies, while Myanmar's military elite line their pockets. Pakant itself is not a war zone, but everyone's here to make a killing. They call it blood jade.
Jade is an incredibly lucrative source of illicit income for individuals. There's a lot of corruption involved. There's a lot of top generals who are getting money. A lot of other key players in the jade industry are making an awful lot of money. Some money also goes to the national revenue of Myanmar, but because of so much corruption, a lot of that money is going into private pockets.
Investigators with the campaign group Global Witness say the February coup has triggered fresh waves of fighting linked to conflict jade. The Kachin Independence Army has launched attacks on Tatmadaw bases, even as the two join forces to plunder the jade in Pakant.
There is no doubt that the jade industry is a driver of conflict. It's providing the money directly to military units who own jade mines or who control access routes. So everyone has a stake in this. If you control the territory, you control the illicit revenues, and that's meant that armed groups, gangs, and the Myanmar military are all involved in controlling access to this resource.
There's evidence that General Min Aung Hlaing has been receiving jade dividends for years. His son, Aung Pyason, a powerful businessman, is accused by Global Witness of personally profiting from bribes from blood jade. The hundreds of thousands of artisanal migrant miners controlled by mafia gangs are at the bottom of the food chain, picking up the scraps. Half are drug addicts. HIV, AIDS and TB are rife. For a 7-day week, they earn around £40. Conditions in this lawless world are dire and dangerous. Hundreds are killed or injured every year in rockfalls, accidents and landslides. In July last year, nearly 200 died, buried by a deep wave of mud and rubble. Regulatory reforms planned by Aung San Suu Kyi's government are now dead in the water thanks to the February coup. The jade trade is immune to Western sanctions. Up to 90% of it is smuggled into China, where sodium aluminium silicate is known as the stone of heaven. Each day in Pakant, thousands of freelance jade miners race to claim their spot in the detritus. Once their corrupt rulers and competing armies have claimed their spoils. It's reckoned the trade's worth billions of pounds a year, but the people of Myanmar see little or nothing of this. No wonder Global Witness calls it the biggest natural resource heist in modern history.